So I've mentioned to you in the past that I'm a news junkie. Online every day I read at least 15 to 20 different newspapers across the country. It's been that way for over a decade. And even before that, before there was the internet, I would read USA Today, avid follower from day one of its publication, and any local leaders I can get my hands on as well. So today I'm reading the USA Today, and I found two interesting articles, one in the Life section, which confirmed the worst of America. 9.6 million actually did watch Duck Dynasty's spring series finale last Wednesday. I just don't get it. #1 rated cable TV show last week again, Duck Dynasty. I just don't get it. #2, something I also don't get. Legal online poker begins. Headline, front page, USA Today. And of course the story goes on and says, the stakes are high. This is the first step toward possibly multiple states legalizing even broader online gaming, which could generate billions of dollars in revenue from the nation's estimated 50 million eager poker players. They're not just poker players, they're eager poker players. This guy went to a good journalism school. One of the rules of journalism, okay? One of the rules of journalism when you write is you always got to add action, always give it drama. First example that one of my first journalism professors ever told me is people don't die in fires, they perish in the flames. So these are eager gamblers. Here's the thing. If you happen to be in Nevada, this is a fine thing. Now you can register, but unless you're in the state confines in Nevada, you can't play online. Does this mean that online poker will spread throughout this country? Maybe. But here's the thing about online poker players and sports gamblers. Sports gamblers, 99% of you probably also play at the casinos. Whether it's video poker, slot machines, craps, roulette, whatever, you go to a casino, you're betting at the sports book, you're also going to play somewhere else at the casino. However, the opposite is not true. Casino gamblers, very few, a much smaller piece of the pie. Let's say 25 to 30% are actually sports gambling players. Huge difference. Poker players, I put you in the second example. Poker players, you may have no interest at all in sports gambling because let's face it, anybody can play poker. Anybody can place a bet sports gambling wise, but you got to have a little idea what you're doing, okay? In order to try to win money, you have to have some familiarity with the teams. Otherwise, you're just sitting there playing cards. With whatever skill level, you may win or win not, but there's a difference here. Now, Governor Christie, of course, in New Jersey is trying to get sports gambling brought into New Jersey to hopefully save and resuscitate the dwindling Atlantic City gaming industry. God bless him. I hope it happens. Why the state of Nevada is the only one that has a monopoly on this. The NCAA and other professional sports leagues will argue otherwise, but, it is not going to lead to corruption. It is not going to lead to more fixed games. It is not going to lead to the downfall of the ethics and sports by having Atlantic City open to place sports bets. But we go back to this online issue. I've never understood why the United States government continues to allow what I say are third world countries, okay? And I say that jokingly, but let's face it. Why do you out there as offshore sportsbook customers line the pockets of countries like Costa Rica and Curacao, or small little hamlets that mega millionaires who decided it's okay, we don't have to live in the USA Today anymore and risk being arrested. We're willing to live in the Fifth and Japip in order to make millions of dollars running our offshore sports books, not reporting our taxes, not bringing the money back in the USA, not being accused of money laundering, etc. Instead of bringing in estimated $80 million a year to U.S. coffers for taxes, never have understood it. We live in a country where there are so many financial crises developing every single hour, and yet we allow that revenue stream just to go untapped. So, again, will online poker spread legitimately? Have to have both quote marks to do that. Here in the United States? Does it really matter? Of course, you also have the interesting comments. There's Arnie Wexler, who is a compulsive gambling counselor. I think he's based out in New Jersey. You will also see him interviewed during the Super Bowl, around that time of the Super Bowl, March Madness, etc., about gambling. He is a former gambler himself, a compulsive gambler, who now helps others as a compulsive gambling counselor. And I give the guy tremendous props, because this is a guy who realized he had a problem, got help, and now devotes his life to helping others. And listen, there are some people out there that definitely need help. I find nothing wrong with gambling. Nothing wrong if it's done in moderation, if it's done for fun and games, if it's done for recreation. When it becomes addictive, as I've told you many times, when you put gambling over putting food on your table, supporting your family, paying your bills, there is a problem and you need to get help. Not everybody can get help. Not everybody has a support system that will force them to get help. So, guys like Mr. Wexler do a great job, but the quote that he had today, when you need to get in your car and get to a casino, that is a lot different than when you wake up in the middle of the night in your birthday suit and just play. For compulsive people, it can destroy your life. And it's interesting because on face value, it does certainly have merit. However, let's draw the analogy to those that like to drink a little, okay? Well, you can go to the bar and go to the restaurant and you can drink with others, or you can have 18 six-packs and 5 quarts of vodka sitting in your refrigerator at home. And you have the choice. And I think the same thing is with the gamblers. Listen, if you're going to have that attitude and make that type of statement, well, regarding online gaming, well, damn it, let's close every casino in Las Vegas, okay? Or better yet, let's close them at 10 o'clock at night. Because... oh, and while we're at it, let's not only close every casino here in Vegas, but let's close every 7-Eleven, every Speedy Mart, every single little mom-and-pop store, Walgreens and CVS as well, that has a row of slot machines and video poker machines here in Vegas. Because again, aren't we encouraging gambling? Aren't we encouraging people to roll out of their bed with their curlers on, throw on their rattiest pair of sweatpants, and simply maybe drive 1 block to go and play at their local convenience store? See, that's the thing. When you make statements like that, let's look at the bigger picture. I mean, listen, there are people out there that can't handle their alcohol, okay? They need help. They shouldn't be driving. They need help because it's destroying their lives. Does that mean we close every single Chili's and Applebee? Applebee out there? Applebee? I can't even talk today. No. I mean, listen. People do it in moderation. You do it for recreation. That's fine and dandy. People that need help because they do it in excess, I understand that as well. But you can't have everything, okay? You gotta cater to the few, cater to the many. I mean, such statements like that I just don't get. Okay, that's it. I'm off my high horse today. We will get to the good stuff here in a moment, and let's talk about who's hot, who's not. I've got another free pick coming up in a moment. Matter of fact, 2 free picks. I'm going to take a look at the Indiana-Atlanta series. I'm 2-0 with my free picks in that series, and I've won 6 of my last 7 NBA free picks overall. And I also have a free pick on the Braves and Washington Nationals. Gave you a winner yesterday as a free pick on the Braves, and we'll look to do that once more, taking a look at that series. This being Wednesday, a boatload of promotions for you as well. But let's talk about one of the promotions that paid off yesterday. I gave you an opportunity to get Craig Davis's 50-dime total winner on Memphis and the LA Clippers, which easily went over the total and was a winner for him. I gave you the opportunity to get that play yesterday, a 50-dime play, for just $25, saving you $50 off the purchase price, and Craig cashed again. Because I've taken it upon myself to be the crusader for getting you people to understand that if you bet totals and you bet sides and you win, it's the same damn profit if you're betting the same damn amount. 3 times, various handicappers, twice Craig Davis, in fact, has been among them, have had big total plays so far in the postseason, and all 3 times I've given them to you for $50 off, so you got the winners for $25, and you're a perfect 3-0. For Craig, however, yesterday was just another winning day at the bank. Today he's going for winning day number 17 out of 24, but he's got to play twice as strong. In fact, it's his 100-dime winner, number 14 out of 17 on your Houston, Oklahoma City side. And this is his 3rd 100-dime NBA winner since last Friday, as he previously cashed in with the Golden State Warriors in games 3 and 4 of their series against the Denver, I almost said the Denver Broncos, of the Denver Nuggets. This play is just as big as his 100-dime Final Four winner when Michigan took care of business against Syracuse. This play is twice as big as his 50-dime winners the past 2 nights. Last night, Memphis, LA over. Atlanta Hawks in game number 4 2 nights ago. And it's bigger than his 5th straight Super Bowl winner, a 75-dime play on the Ravers. Again, Ravers? God, I can't talk today. Winning day number 17 out of 24 overall, 100-dime winner number 14 out of 17. And what I've always told you about Craig Davis, you should remember, this guy is right there in Oklahoma, not far from Oklahoma City. That's where he's based out of, okay? He has had uncanny success the past 2 years in basketball in games involving the Thunder, going on or against them. Where's he turning to make his money tonight? Oklahoma City, Houston, your side selection. Now, there are other games here going tonight, chief among them, the Celtics and the Knicks. Celtics, of course, staving off elimination with that overtime 7-point win in game number 4 at home. Now they return to New York. And Trace Adams, tonight, highest rated basketball play of the season. 2,000-star double your wager release on the Celtics Knicks side. Now, normally a 1,000-star play for Trace Adams is his best bet. Had a 1,000-star winner. Memphis outright as a 5.5-point dog easily against the Clippers last night. Top-rated 1,000-star plays. That was number 8 out of 12 for him. Today, double your wager. 2,000-star play. Twice as strong. Celtics Knicks. First-round playoff game of the year. And that, my friends, is going to be, that 7 o'clock Eastern Time game, is going to be your half-price play of the day release. Play twice as big as his winner last night on the Grizzlies. You get it for half price simply by using this coupon code. It's an easy one. It's his first name, Trace, T-R-A-C-E. Trace, T-R-A-C-E. This being Wednesday, we're going to go with the usual promotion here, where you can buy one handicapper's plays for 7 days and get another handicapper's plays for the same 7 days of equal or lesser value, absolutely free. All you've got to do is make your first purchase and send an email to customer service, and they will add your choice, your second purchase, which you're not really making a purchase, you're just making a choice, your second handicapper to your account for free. I always use this example. Scott Delaney, who's made $10 bettors over the past 5.5 months, well over $6,500. His 1 week package costs $249. Craig Davis costs $199. If you bought Scott Delaney, you would get Craig Davis, if you so desired, for free, because it's equal or lesser value for the second handicapper, $199 savings, okay? That's how it works. All you've got to do is make your first purchase, send a email to customer service, and then you will get that second handicapper for free. Your final promotion day, in fact, involves Scott Delaney, who, again, $10 bettors have won $6,842 exactly over the past 5 months. Today, $5 play of the day. I decided to go with Scott Delaney because I saw he had a nice 50-dime underdog in baseball tonight. And you can get that little play for $5. Normally it's $55. You get it for $5 simply by using this coupon code SCOTT5, Scott5, S-C-O-T-T, and the number 5. And you will get Scott Delaney's latest baseball winner. I think it's baseball winner number, here, I'll check for you just to make sure I'm right. No, I can't tell you one if I'm right or not. But anyway, I think it's baseball winner number 6 out of 9, okay? And you will get it for just $5 by using that coupon code, Scott number 5. Now, if Delaney or Trace Adams are not at the site that you happen to be watching my video today, simply send an email to customer service. They will point you in the right direction. Your passcodes, your username will all be the same. It's just that not every single handicapper that I talk about is at every single site that you happen to be seeing my video report. Brett Atkins, congratulations to him. A guy who I told you yesterday has not been a success since returning to the site back in early February. But he's on a roll here, you know. Last night hit his second biggest NBA play of the season, 75-dime winner, as Golden State barely eked out the cover at Denver. And today, going for winning day number 5 out of 6 with his 50-dime winner number 4 out of 6 on the Boston-New York side. Let's see, I'm telling you the good. Let me see, what can I tell you about the bad? Oh, Shawn Michaels yesterday was the half-price play of the day selection, going for his 50-dime winner number 3 in a row. And he unfortunately went with the LA Clippers last night. I'll tell you what, that was here's the deal. Memphis definitely outplayed the Clippers in that game. But wouldn't you have liked to have known that Blake Griffin suffered a high ankle sprain during practice and was at far less than 100% going into that game? Ugh, that is one of those injuries where, the teams are obviously keeping it hush-hush. Believe me, I did the injuries for every sport except the NHL. For at the time, it was a gaming wire based out of Las Vegas. This was back in the 90s. I did it for 4 or 5 years before selling that service, where I updated them, who updated bookmakers and casinos, obviously, with all the injuries for college basketball, NBA, baseball, college and pro football, every single day. There are some injuries that simply elude you when teams definitely have reason to cover them up, and that was certainly one of them last night, and probably cost people a lot of money, unfortunately. That's why they call it gambling. Unfortunately, there are no guarantees. Now, let's get to your free picks. Here's the deal with Indiana and Atlanta. Everybody says, well, Atlanta has gone to the big lineup, so they've been able to hold their own on the boards, blah, blah, blah. What did I tell you about the Atlanta Hawks, okay? Atlanta Hawks said after game number 1 getting blown out by 15 points, they were going to come out and play more physical in game number 2. And I told you, you do not turn a poodle into a German shepherd simply by saying you're going to play more physical. And just because they played with more height in games number 3 and 4 and one big deal. The real critical factor in the Hawks' victories in games 3 and 4 was the fact they were playing in Atlanta, where the Pacers have now lost 10 in a row. And the Pacers, like the Hawks, are not good road teams. Well, guess what? Tonight's game is being played back in Indianapolis. The Pacers in this spot, 32-11 straight up at home this season. The Hawks, 5 games under 500 on the road this year. The Hawks, in fact, are 21-84 in the playoffs on the road since moving the franchise to Atlanta way back in 1968. So this is a proven loser. I mean, listen, the Pacers have lost 13 straight in Atlanta, so seeing them lose games 3 and 4, not a big surprise. This is still a team that doesn't play with consistency nor confidence on an every night basis. But tonight, you take advantage of it. Because the Hawks dominating games 3 and 4, now you've got a decent price line here. It's 7, some places 7.5. So go ahead and lay it with Indiana. As for your baseball play tonight, and I'm kind of hot in baseball, right? I'm going to go with the Braves to take care of business once again against the Washington Nationals. Listen, the Braves are 5-0 in the season series. They have won 9 straight overall against Washington, and in those 9 straight losses, the Nationals have managed a total of just 15 runs. Now, Paul Mahomes is going for the Braves tonight. He started the season 3-0 with 20 and a third scoreless innings. He's since lost his last 2 starts. In fact, he got pummeled by the Tigers in Detroit last Friday, 3 2/3 innings, 10 hits and 8 runs allowed. But remember, the last time he had a good start, well, that was 7 2/3 innings of shutout ball and a 9-0 win at, you guessed it, Washington back on April 14th. Jordan Zimmerman has pitched extremely well for the Nationals, really taking over the staff ace role while Strasburg has struggled here at the outset, going 4-1 with a 2.00 earned run average, coming over 1-0 complete game shutout of Cincinnati on a 1-hitter, his first ever shutout in his last start on Friday, second complete game in 3 starts. But one thing I mentioned to you about baseball, in terms of why it's an easy sport for me to win money in, why I think it's the easiest sport, period, to win money in, and it's my favorite sport, is that old phrase, and you've heard it before, good and bad things come in threes. That's how I've always looked at starting pitchers, okay? Good and bad things come in 3. Now, Jordan Zimmerman, okay, in 5 starts this year is 4-1. His expiration date, well, we're 2 games past, 2 starts past number 3. I think he's due for a bad outing. Now, am I going to bet on this? No, that's why it's a free pick, okay? But I have been red hot, and you know it, okay? And the fact that last night the Braves improved to 8-2 at home, I'm counting on Zimmerman having an off night here. I'm counting on the Nationals offense to continue to struggle against the Braves pitching staff, and I'm counting on Paul Mahomes, the Atlanta starting pitcher, to rebound with a strong start. And that's the thing, baseball is a game of numbers, but you have to also factor in probability and statistics. I read today in the article Miami gave Buck, their outrageous starting catcher, who's off this tremendous start, went 9 homers in the month of April. They gave him a night off here last night, okay? Well, listen, he may have 9 homers in April, but he ain't hitting 45 this season, okay? It's like pitchers that got off to these incredible starts, and at the All-Star break, you suddenly see they have 16 wins, and suddenly everybody's bringing out the stories. Hey, is this going to be the next 30-game winner? Could Denny McLain, the last 30-game winner's record, be eclipsed finally? Blah, blah. Denny McLain, real scumbag, by the way. Met him in New York a few years ago at a TV studio. What a fat scumbag. Okay, it just doesn't happen. Again, the law of averages always plays out. But I'm going to roll today. I'm telling you, I don't know how much Sudafed I've taken over the past week, but it must have affected my mind. Anyway, Braves are going to be your free pick. You can tell I've got no voice left. That'll do it for today, and I'll catch you again tomorrow.